How's it going, people? How's it going, people? It's me, still after here on the Arsenal Stand. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our live stream. And yeah, like I said yesterday, we're going to be back and we will be talking about the Arsenal game and also a little bit of building up against Fulham. As we know, in the Premier League, we have a game coming up on Saturday. It's going to be a massive one. And also, the league, the Champions League was up there and it was giving us a lot of, talking points, penalty, not penalty, as a, not as a, Odegaard, not Odegaard, things like that. So yeah, we have a moment here to discuss with you. Thank you so much for joining again and be part of the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and become a real community. We're building community here where we will be talking Arsenal and all the rest of things that concern Arsenal. As you guys already know, it's a big moment for Arsenal. We have two trophies we are running in for. And yeah, let me know in the comment as well, which trophy would you like Arsenal to get? I think I made a poll. I don't know if it is going on there, but I will kind of probably restructure it again and see if you guys can vote for that, because I think many other people are saying maybe they would take Premier League. Other people are saying I would take, Champions League. Others are saying I could take both. But which trophy would you think Arsenal will win realistically? And also, if you were to be Mikel Arteta, which trophy, especially Champions League and the Premier League, the two trophies that we are actually running in for, which one specifically do you think, if we win, would make you more happy, or would actually throw you somewhere there where you think, oh, I need to celebrate this together with the team, go in for the parade and everything like that, enjoy the moment? Is it the Champions League, or is it, the Premier League? That's the question I have in here as we discuss a lot of issues, a lot of things that is going, in the information and Arsenal wise, every single thing concerning Arsenal and the game of football or soccer, how other people would call it as well. But it is very important that you guys subscribe to the channel and also, like the stream, and hype at the end of the stream as well, so we can also develop and become, a big channel, as people would actually want to be part of it. Actually, I also said we have a podcast coming out soon, potentially this new month that is coming. We will be having, a podcast coming on the channel as well. So we'll be on all the streaming podcast sections and wherever you can access all your podcasts, and also be here on the channel as well on the YouTube. So we'll be discussing a lot of things every week, reaction and stuff like that going on the channel. We will develop it and make it, yeah, more of a, a community based, channel. And I love people. If you are able to join this, the stream as well, you're more than welcome to discuss. If you want to collaborate, you're more than welcome as well to discuss every single, detail when it comes to the Arsenal, because as you know, Arsenal is one of the biggest team in the Premier League. And as the Arsenal stand, we want to stand here and also, do our thing the way we want to do it, in the right way, and show, show some love and show some, energy and strength and everything, and it goes to the game of football. Now, there is a lot of talking points. I don't even know where to start from. First of all, I want to start by, congratulating Arsenal really to get a draw at, Metropolitan, stadium, which is a very huge, stadium with a lot of atmosphere. Everyone is on it, all the, the fans and everyone. It is a big draw for us at the start. We need more. We still need more from, from the Arsenal when it comes back to the Emirates. But like, the question I have in here is, will Mikel Arteta make it to the final? Because we have seen a lot of times where Mikel collapsed at the end of the game and he doesn't really, perform to the level where we expect him as a manager to do. And at the end of the game, you find him not really winning. So, but that's the question that I want to discuss today and see what is the, the likeliness or the likelihood of Mikel winning these semifinals and going to the finals, because we haven't been, to the finals since 2006. That is a massive, a massive boost if we can make it there, back to back almost, because we have made back to back semifinals, and the next step is now to make it to the finals, and we have not done that probably in 20 years or so. We need to get to the finals. I don't care whoever we're going to meet at the finals. We just need to make it to the finals and make something happen out of nowhere. People are already discrediting, oh, maybe Atletico Madrid is not going to do anything, or Arsenal is not going to do anything against PSG or Bayern Munich in any of the game that is going to come, and we go play the final. It's not going to be just like that. Game of football, don't underrate any team. Don't even look, and say, oh, these this team is not going to perform. This team is not going to perform. At the end of the, at the end of it all, we will see the finals and watch and actually tactically see who wins. You know, it, it will be of advantage for maybe Bayern or PSG because they have been the best attacking, team in the Champions League. But Arsenal also has not yet been beaten, or they are unbeaten in the Champions League. So we don't have to discredit them. We don't have to put them away because they are not performing well or not scoring goals. Yes, game of football is not just about scoring goals. There are a lot of people saying yesterday, Arsenal play boring game, and Bayern Munich or PSG would actually slaughter Arsenal. But we have played them. Arsenal has played, PSG has played. Um, Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and they didn't actually throw us away. We did a really, really good job against those kind of teams because Arsenal know how to play against teams that are, have those attacking, players, and have all those players that are on there, and they always surprise you when you think it's not actually the best opportunity for you to, for Arsenal to do something. But in that case, I think Mikel, he has to kind of strategize and see what kind of game he's going to play at home, because at at the Metropolitan we saw a lot of changes in the lineup as well. We saw a lot of changes in here and there. We saw how some of the players were switching in between. Declan Rice was put back in the six, which has been really very helpful. I think Mikel has realized that maybe Zubimendi at the moment is so tired. He has played so many games in his career. Zubimendi hasn't really played 2,000 or 600 something minutes in his career, in the entire career playing in Spain. But now he has come to Arsenal. The first season he has played almost over 2,600, 50 something minutes, which is too much for a player who has not done it. And I kind of criticized Mikel because when Eze came in, he was like, "Oh, Eze hasn't played this amount of game in his career and stuff like that." But at the end, he was like, he has to rest Eze, which was great. But like, I don't understand why he's not resting Eze. I mean, as resting Zuberman in most of the games, if he thinks he has overplayed which means he has to at least do something to support these players, because these players have played this season for so long, and I think it's been too much for some of these players. Eze has been, at least he got injured and got a rest a little bit, but Zubimendi hasn't really rested. Declan Rice hasn't really rested. So our team is knackered, guys. Our team is knackered, but I believe, at the end of when you watch Newcastle game, some of our players were down on the floor because it was breathtaking. It was really, really difficult even to defend and go on and win that game. But now, when you look at Fulham coming in the Premier League, they have been great. They have been doing well in the last few weeks, but we still have the Champions League as well coming after the Fulham game, which we're going to build up to it. Mikel Arteta will do his press conference today, Friday, and after that, probably in the evening when we do more and we hear more from Mikel, maybe Timber would be back or not, or maybe Calafiori would be, coming back, and we shall also discuss a little bit of Fulham game. But also today, I just wanted to look at what is the possibility of Arsenal going through to the quarterfinals and to the semifinals. I mean, to the semifinals. I mean, to the finals. Why am I saying semifinals? We're still playing the semifinals. Um, what's the possibility of Arsenal going to play in the in in the finals come Tuesday? Because we are going to play on Tuesday. That means the team that is going to go, have the chance to make it to the finals would be known before Bayern Munich and PSG. So PSG will play on Wednesday, which means, yeah, they would have known already who is going to meet them or play against them in the finals, because Arsenal will play first. Now, the Emirates crowd, let's start by that, because this crowd is supposed to be at the back of this, Arsenal team. They have to support. They have to show that they're ready to support this team. I don't want to hear anything to do with, grounding or maybe all these sorts of nonsense that people always bring at the Emirates. If you're there at the Emirates, please support the team and shout and scream. I have seen I mean, Champions League nights are the biggest night, so we have to show all like all the fans who are going to be watching right there in the stadium should actually be on top of their voice. For us to make it through over the line, we have to be very aggressive, very, on it, shouting, screaming, and supporting the team to the dot. That is my first point, because when you look at the atmosphere that Atletico Madrid created in their stadium, It was massive. Toilet papers going everywhere, screaming everywhere. Everyone was on it. So we need this. We need this at the Emirates to take us over the line, because I don't want to hear anybody, trying to say, "Oh, this team is not giving me this team is not doing that." What? It's now the time to potentially push this team to make it, over the line and take that step to go to the finals, because we haven't been there for whatever years. The last time was 2006, man. That's a long time ago. We need this step to be taken by the funds, by the players themselves, and everyone involved in the Emirates has to go on there and do their support. If it comes to just shouting and screaming and doing your part, it is now the time. If you have never shouted or screamed, or you have never actually supported Arsenal, I believe this is the game that next Tuesday we should just show up. Leave alone Saturday. We will talk about Saturday mostly, most of Saturday against Fulham. We will talk about that tomorrow in the stream, and we will discuss detailed understanding of what I actually want in that game. But for today, I just want to build this and talk about it, because I've seen this game with the fresh look. I've looked at the penalty. I've looked at every single game. I've watched so many highlights to understand, first of all, why we were not given the penalty, against Eze. A lot of discussions was gone. I have watched this. I have seen the videos. I have seen the still photos. Every single aspect tells me that this should have been a penalty without a shadow. I mean, with nothing, with no shadow of doubt or anything. This should have been a penalty, in my opinion. You could have your own opinion. Great. You can actually, let me know if you thought that was not a penalty, because in anywhere in the pitch, if a player steps on, an opponent or a fellow player's foot, is a foul. So why does it not actually, why is it not a foul in the box when you step on somebody's foot when he literally got the ball first? And the second thing is the two penalties for that was given, actually, the one against Ben White. I also still have issues with that one. Like, what is a natural position of a hand? Like when you're playing football, when you're moving, you're running, you're tilting, or you're bending, whatever. What makes your hand natural? Like, what position is deemed natural? In my opinion, I don't understand that rule where they say your hand should be in the natural position. Like, if I'm eating the ball, I need to move my hand to flex my body so I can get the energy to move up. If I want to kick a ball like on the side, I have to bend a certain way. And like, I don't understand the natural position that they are talking about, because it beats my understanding, guys. Ben White, the ball hit his knee or maybe leg and then bounced back to his hand. He was bending this way. Like, what should have Ben White done to kind of get that ball if he wanted to get the ball? What is the natural position of Ben White, in my opinion? Because I don't understand this rule completely. If you have a better idea, please let me know in the comment, because I am really pissed off looking at this back, looking at the two penalties. For Gyökeres, at least it makes sense because he was pushed from behind. That was, for me, I didn't have any complaint with that. Because other people were saying maybe it's soft or something like that. But like for Eze, I don't think that should. And first of all, why did they take it to VAR? That's my point. Like, if it was official, official. I mean, the referee saw it from like probably 5 or 6 yards away and said it's a penalty. Was it clear and obvious? Clear and obvious. Whatever header they always call. Was it clear and obvious for you to even go to the monitor to check that? And the referee, he should have even stood when he went there to watch. It's just the same screenshot, the same video that everybody watched and everybody has seen. It's the same footage that he actually watched. And I don't know how he did not see that foot touching Ez's foot, or that defender stepping right on Ez's ankle, right above the ankle. Like, I don't understand, guys. Let me know. Anyway, I see somebody ready here. Bobby, well done. Welcome, bro. Finally, no more games in April. Absolutely right, man. Absolute. Man, I tried subscribing to your channel, man. I don't know. I didn't I did subscribe probably, but I thought you wanted to do some collab, man. Let me know. Let me know. Whatever day you want to. I mean, you can actually, DM me, or I mean, go and send me a message, on X, and we can still do a collab. I remember you said you wanted to do some collab, but April is done, man. It's a big, 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 big. I mean, it was a terrible month for Arsenal, and I'm glad it is all done and dusted. I was gonna talk about that right after, even before you wrote it here, because April has been the worst month for Arsenal in years, man. 3 years down the road in April, we are just doomed. The people who say we are doomed completely. There is nothing that we gain winning 2 games, I guess. Probably three. Actually, 2 games. 2 games in April, man. That's crazy. And I hope Mikel Arteta has learned something. I don't want to see this happening again in the next season, because we should have learned a lot. We should have learned a lot from these April mistakes that we have been having in years. Because how can you not learn from 3 years down the road that April is going to be a worse month for Arsenal? Everything is, on everything is almost out of order. We don't win games, we drew games, we lost. We know whatever we always do in April is just it's just crazy. But I'm glad actually it is done. I mean, thank you for reminding me again. It is done, and we get to see it. May it's been good for us. May has been good for us in recent years, and probably Arsenal has finished, strongly in most times, in most cases when it comes to the Premier League rush, or the Premier League struggle. We have been finishing on a high. When I believe, yeah, we will finish on a high, and also Fulham coming up, man. Fulham coming up. I just don't know what Arsenal is gonna do, but I think with Fulham, I heard. I mean, they're missing. I think what is his name? Sessignon is not there. They're missing Iwobi. Those 2 players are very, very crucial for Fulham. But we will actually see a little bit of it on what these players are gonna bring to us. And also when it goes to Fulham, I mean, what would be your lineup, man? What would be your team? Because I think we have to also keep an eye on the Champions League. That's why I wanted to talk about the Champions League, a little bit of it today as well, and talk a little bit also uh, with the game coming up. But with Fulham coming on, who would you actually start? Because I think we need to rest some players. We need to at least give maybe Luis Kelly a chance to play in the midfield. We have to at least rest probably Zubomendi, or even Declan Rice, and have Luis Kelly or even No Good start the game. I know it's we Premier League is still on the line as well. We don't want to be complacent or change the team so much that we get beat, because once we are beat, man, it's all over. I believe we still have the chance, man. We still have the chance to maintain that lead as long as we can get the 6 points before Manchester City play, on Monday. That's the pressure. That's a good pressure already we have set on City, because if we decide just to take a draw, or even, I mean, lose the game, then we'll all be done and dusted. But I believe, I mean, this team is capable of doing it, winning against Fulham. Fulham has been a bogey team sometimes in the recent years, but at this moment, I think what is at stake is it deserve a lot of pressure, and it deserve a lot of game that these players have to like turn up and do the job. It would be massive if we go 6 points before City play. I know City still, they still have their players. Maybe Rodri, they said he might be back as well in the game. So, I mean, they will be back. I think the games that they played against Southampton took a lot out of them as well. They have rested fully. I guess in the next, they didn't play Champions League, so they have a week almost of rest. So I think they will go to Everton and do their thing. But the worst thing is we have to first go on and win our game and keep them on their toes, because it's just about Arsenal performing to the level where they think we think they can maintain it. 4 games down the road, it's just a matter of winning, man. If we can win all 5 games and see what happens. We have done it before. We have won some of our games, but we didn't go through to win it. Famous season 2023, 2024. We did everything right. We couldn't make it over the line at the last minute, but this is a chance for us. This is a chance for us to really go on and do this thing, and and perform. It's all about performance at the moment. It's all about performance. We need it, and I think the team that we can create in this particular space, and also still keep an eye on Atletico Madrid, is just right there. I mean, possibly, I think the defense will remain. I think maybe we can rest and copy have Calafiori start. That's my opinion, and also have rest Ben White, who was not great in the Champions League. He didn't really play well. Like you guys watched my player rating yesterday. I gave him probably what he deserves because he wasn't really on it. He gave us gave the penalty out and he didn't defend so well. He allowed the players to like go over him, run him down almost. So I think Mosquera would start this game for me against Fulham because I believe Mosquera has. As much as he's a central defender, I believe he's capable of playing, in the right back, and he has done it. He has done it in a few games, and he has performed really well. And I think if we can keep him there, that would be great, for the Arsenal, and then also would be massive because we need that. We need these players to turn up and also balance the game as well. I think I would even rest. I mean, what is his name, Odegaard, because they said he actually came out. He had some little, problem against Atletico Madrid. So at least they have given him I think he should be rested. Eze might have to start this game to just give us extra age, against Fulham, in my opinion. And then if I could rest Declan Rice or Zubimendi, I would take a chance and probably play, Skelly in the midfield. Last time when he came on, he played really well, and I believe if he's given a chance, he can take it because he hasn't played in the midfield for Arsenal. I sometimes even forget that Mikel knows that Luis Kelly play in the midfield because he hasn't been there. He hasn't played in the midfield for ages, which beats my understanding, man. I- He's such a good ball carrier. Like he can drive through the midfield. If I look back at the game we played, in the against Athletic Madrid, this guy drove the ball like in the midfield, taking it up and gave the pass to Martinelli, and Martinelli bang. He's a good midfielder, and I hope he can be given the chance to play again, and we can see what he's made of. Because I think if we can rest the midfielders, because the game of football against Atletico on Tuesdays, you saw how the battle was in the midfield, in the defense, and Simeone is such a good, is such a good coach, and he changes tactics every time, every second, going to back five, going to back three, going to 4-4-2. Like within a game, he changed almost like 3-4 tactics. I know Mikel also does that, but like he was just over it, changing every single moment of the game. And it helped him at some point, until when Alvarez came off. I think Arsenal got back the momentum to really play the game that they were having. And we actually pressured them a little bit, longer. We could have scored a little bit, but I get in that game, the substitute that came on. I mean, they weren't actually they didn't impact the game so much because I expected more from Gabriel Jesus. I expected more from Saka, but in this game, I think Saka is still coming back from his injury and stuff. But I believe if we can give him a chance to start, against Fulham, I think it would give him a lot of energy and momentum to go on to start against Athletic Madrid on Tuesday, because I believe Saka, if he's back fully and having the energy and having the strength and the Saka that we know, he can do us something in the Premier League as well. And I know Madueke, he did play fairly okay in my opinion against Atletico Madrid. Had that ban and the chance to kind of score, but it went wide. But I think Saka needs to get back into his to his level, and then we can see what he can do. We don't need to take chances and just play Madueke because we need Saka to get back to his form so that we can perform well, in my opinion. All right, let me see here what Bobby Gunners is saying. I'd rather though play Miles as number 8 instead of Zubimendi. Miles always moves the ball forward, and he is a strong kid. Yeah, I totally agree, man. Bobby, because I think Miles is such a good player. He's such a good player, in my opinion, because if if Mikel wants somebody who can drive the ball, even from deep down, in front of defenders, and probably playing outfield like 8, probably. I guess if Rice, I don't know. I think Rice. I don't know this. Mikel, the problem is he has just overplayed Zubimendi and Declan Rice in the same game so many times, and it's just very comfortable with playing those two every single game. I wish he could have actually been rotating, giving chances to Myers, giving chances to Nogard in some of the games in the Premier League, and then we could have seen, the combination with Rice and Myers, maybe Zubimendi and Nogard. We didn't see anything like that. Even coming to the end of the season, we need something like that so that at least these players get confidence. Like I said, if you don't play, you don't really get anything. You don't have the much confidence. You just play, and you're not like fully into the game, because the much rhythm is so important. And I think Scaly needs that, and he needs that to be part of his game, in so that at least every single game, when you're called to do a job, you at least have the momentum kicking in. You have the energy and everything going on along with you. But I think Miles is such a good player, whether he plays 8 or plays number 6. I believe he can do a job for us against Fulham. And I think I would rest, unless if Mikel wants to start those two and probably take them out in the half time, or 60 minutes or 40 minutes or so. That would also still make sense to me. But we need to start winning. We need to start winning games. We need to start playing up strange players, they call it. But Bobby is saying here, Miles is midfield. Miles in midfield could be like Morgan Rogers. He's strong, good in carrying the ball forward. Always looks forward, not sideways like Zubimendi. Yeah, you're completely right. Miles is such a good player, man. I believe I've seen a lot of games where even drift, when he plays in the left back and drifting into the midfield, he has actually gone forward with the ball. He's a ball carrier. He's one player that I think he trusts his energy, trusts his him. He has trust in himself on like driving balls from behind, even running forward with the ball. It's kind of like Eze sometimes when he gets the ball, he just wants to go forward. I like players who think forward pass, other than players who just every time they get the ball they want to think of the side, they want to think of the back, and like, because we need players like that in Arsenal so that we can start really driving, because our attack is not great, man. Our attack has been very poor this season, and because our midfielders are not helping these attackers, they're not trying to drive the ball forward enough where you like see, if look at the amount of balls that we had in the midfield against Athletic Madrid. They were there for the taking. Had we had taken, our chances and driven the ball forward, there was a lot of time where you saw, Martinelli having a ball and nobody's like going forward to get the ball. And I think Martinelli didn't even beat any of the defender of Atletico Madrid in that game. He had a chance to take space. There was a lot of space in front of him. He just decided to pass the ball back, which annoys me so much, man. It annoys me so much. If we had the chance to just do forward passes, which Scaly would be one of the players, and I am one guy who think maybe if Mikel plays Scaly against Fulham, we shall win that game completely, and also because at least he's fresh. You know, we could bring in Zubimendi, start Zubimendi or start Rice, but like probably or maybe let Zubimendi rest and start, Scaly up on the 8, which would be great too, and have Scaly and Zubimendi. It's gonna be a terrible defending, but I think that might work. Or play Declan Rice and Scaly and Eze. At least we have two boys who can actually drive the ball forward, because Eze is one whose instinct is just so so good. He just loves to take chances, just love to take the ball forward. And when you look at the game against Atletico, he did way better than what Odegaard actually did in the 1 hour. When he came to just 30 minutes, I felt like he was on the ball. Sometimes we know he's lazy. He takes that right position, where like if you can cut the pass, he can take shots. So we need to win this, man. We need to win against Fulham to keep the momentum going, and also keep our hope so that we can have turn the pressure to Manchester City, because Manchester City still needs to win that game, and it's just going to be finals. So for me, I said these 5 games left, they're all finals for me. We have to turn up and do our job as a team. If we just slid or maybe slide a little bit, I don't know, whatever. If we can keep the win going on and just at least survive on the wins, I think it would be massive. It would be massive for this team to have 6 points cushion when it comes to the Premier League to give us just at least a chance. You don't want to die. You don't want to just collapse at the point where you need it, like you need it. So let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen anyway. But hold it all, I think this team has been great. This team has done so much, and we deserve to win at least one or two trophies. The question I have out there is, if you have just joined the stream, I said, would you take the Premier League or the Champions League, or would you take both at this moment? If you're given the chance to at least choose one, which one would you take? And the second one is like, would you take both? Question. I don't know. I did the poll here. Let me put the poll here right here. If you guys have, because I've seen many people having, I could take the Champions League, others will take this and this. Let me see if I can create this poll real quick. Would you take Champions League or Premier League? Real quick here. Champions. So it's just, I mean, just in your view, put it there on the chat. If you think, I mean, I don't even have to create a opinion poll. It's just I'll do that probably later on in the week. But that's the question that we have here. Oh, Alex, welcome, man. I salute you. Big up. Big up to you, man. How have you been, man? Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. One love, one love, one love. It's absolute legend, man. Big up to you, man. Thank you for joining. How have you been, man? How have you been? I hope you're good. I hope you're good. What's up, brother? Bottlers. Always, you never disappoint. Always, man. I see you. um I mean, at this rate, at this rate, you guys are going to not win anything if you guys keep uh, dividing your trophy counts. Um, I mean, it's the good news is, man, we are in two trophies. You get that? So, I mean, at some point you need to choose your pain. I don't know if you guys understand that statement. You have to choose your pain and see which one you want the most, because sometimes we have a saying in my culture, like, um two roads, how can I say it, like, two roads can mislead you at some point, because you will become undecisive. So, like, I think the saying is, two roads misled a hyena. Hyena is like that animal. I don't know if you guys know what a hyena is. So, because a hyena decides, wants to go somewhere, when it comes to the two crossing roads, and it can't decide which road to take. So if you over focus on two things, that's what I'm meaning. It sometimes become very difficult for you to achieve, because it's good to focus on both, but which one is the most, that you would want to take, in case you don't want in case the other one doesn't turn out. So, in my opinion, it's like, I know everybody wants the Premier League to be there, and everybody wants to win the Premier League, which is makes sense 22 years down the road with nothing, and we have the circumstance within the Premier League struggle is there, because we have been second 3 times in a row. I get that people want to make it off the line in the Premier League, because us in the Champions League, we are underdogs. People don't even expect us to win. So, for some reason, maybe we might even win the Champions League instead of the Premier League. But, like, would you take the Champions League or the Premier League? I would personally take both if I was given the chance, but I think Premier League would make more sense, because we would have actually overcome a very heavy mountain, a very, very heavy load that we have been carrying for the last 22 years. And the bordering job that you're talking about would actually stop, because we would have made it off the line. But if we won the Champions League and lose the Premier League, it's still a win for me. But we will still be people will still say, "Oh, you bottled the Premier League." So I don't understand which one we have to go for. But in other words, I think Premier League makes sense to me, because it gives us that age where people are going to stop talking about the bottling gap, because the Champions League, for sure, we are not expected to win. If we win, it's a bonus. So that is how where I stand in this position for me. Um, I see a lot of a lot of discussions now. Chicken enjoyer, chicken enjoyer. Oh, this is Arrow Clock. Man, big up to you. I thought you were the chicken enjoyer. Welcome, Arrow. Clocky, Arrow, welcome, man. Big up, big up, big up. Hope you're well, man. I hope you're well. I hope everything is okay. I haven't seen you for a while, man. Hopefully you're good. Hopefully you're good. Um, really tough, man. We have never won the Champions League, and I would take the Champions League anyway, any day. Okay, yeah, man. It's a good status though, but like the circumstance against on when I mean circumstance surrounding winning Champions League. In most cases, I would feel more prideful, or I would feel proud if we win both Champions League and the Premier League, because I've seen like a lot of a lot of people, a lot of teams in the Premier League. If you win your domestic league, it gives you that edge. And also, if you win the Champions League during that same period, it's like a little bit heavy, when you're weighing your circumstances. I feel like winning both gives you, that status in the world where people say, yeah, they won the league and they also won the Champions League. And that's more enjoyable to me. But at this stage where we are with the style of football we are playing, I would take Premier League, man. I know Champions League is precious, but I think we will still go back and win Champions League down the years, in my opinion. We still have the opportunity to go and win it, because I've seen teams going to the finals, and then the first finals they don't win. The best example is Liverpool. Liverpool went to the Champions League before they won it in Klopp's reign. I'm not saying like in years, but like when Klopp was still the manager, they went, Real Madrid walloped them seriously, and then the next season they went back and win it. You know, that's how I'm seeing it. If we go to the finals for the first time after years and we don't win it, I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna be depressed, because I know we at least had the chance and the opportunity to play in the finals after years. Now the next challenge would be the following season, should we actually go and win it, because we would have played in the finals, and that's the next mountain to climb. That's how I look at Champions League. The Premier League, I need it now to just take that, you know, uh, words away from us where people say we are bottling, bottling, bottling every time. That is what I want. If we can take that, criticism away from us, that would give us more opportunity to develop things. That's how I look at it anyway. And thank you so much, man. Chicken. I mean, error. I see you, man. I see you. Good to see you, man. Really tough, man. We have never won. I already saw that. I've been dreading watching another Arsenal game in the Champions League. Man, the game versus Atleti yesterday was horrendous. We need to play better football, Alex. We need to just play a really really good football. I think every game that we play is not going to be the same, and I think we might be more attacking in the game coming at the Emirates, because we need the goals. We can't just defend our way to the finals. I believe Atletico might also come over us and try to get their goals. The only thing I need is Arsenal to at least score first. If Atletico score first, it's going to be a different game. It's going to be a different game, because the pressure will be mounting, the funds will be on the players, and we shall see how this team, what this team is made of. And I've seen Atletico Madrid going away winning. Simeone knows how to play this game, and he has been there. He has gone to the finals. He has lost probably three finals, in my opinion, in my knowledge that I know. So he would still also come and play. He's not just gonna come and defend his way to go to the penalty. He's gonna go for it, and Arsenal has to go for it as well. In my view, you guys ain't winning nothing. I see you, man. I see you. I see you. I see you. Let's wait, man. Let's wait. Let's wait. You can come back to the channel and criticize me later on if we don't win anything, man. Who told you that? Who told you to watch that match, Alex? Nobody forced you to. You guys are having banters now. 0-0 trophies is my answer. Okay, come back when we win, man. Come back to the channel and let me know after we have won the game or won the trophy, and then we shall talk, man. Then we shall talk, man. Stop hyenas, just laugh really constantly. Oh man, you're crazy. You can't serve the people at the same time. You can't serve two people at the same time. I mean, you could. I mean, you could, but like I said, yeah. I think you're talking about what I said. Three times plus one more, four times in a row, you are going to get second place trophies. Harold, Harold, we, I know you have been on the channel and you know my stand about what you always say, and you know how I always value, people's opinion, and I think, I know it's enjoyable to give banters to my team as well, but I think losing four times is going to be devastating. It's going to be, a very, very huge, demolition in my. It's almost like a big downer for me if we again finish second after all that we have done this season, winning games, trying to go on and win everything, and the games that we played at the beginning of the season, no targets, no shots on target on us, like completely. We had really, really good football till everything changed because our manager just doesn't know how to rotate these particular, players. We have the squad depth, man. We have the people, we have the players, we have everybody in the team that could have done a lot. And by now, we should actually have had 9 points ahead. When, slowly, slowly everything, died down, and we now we're here. And we can go back to, we have to just focus and move forward. And like I said, this channel is going to be here, and at the end of the season, or we will still be having content going on. We will be doing World Cup, so we were doing, all sorts of transfers and stuff. Now if we don't win anything, I'll, lift up my hand and said, Errol, you have been here and you have told us a lot, and appreciate your views and stuff like that. And I will say, yeah, well done for your prediction, but I can't just give up right now looking at the two trophies that we have in hand. And we the last few games we have played, I know April has been, always a worst team for us, a worst month for us. So we're still doing great. We're still doing well. Haven't been beaten in the Champions League, and we still have a chance to progress and make it six against Fulham on the weekend. So we are doing good, man. We are doing good. We are doing good, and we are still on top of the league. Don't forget about that. On top of the league, we are on top of the league. We are on top of the league. We are top of the league. We are top of the league, as the saying goes. It was kind of funny watching you guys complain about the grass. I talked about that yesterday, man. I don't think what you even saw how the game was, man. You saw how everyone was slippering, like, everybody was like, and Kapi, I mean, Incapi had that chance, he slipped a little bit right before we passed, and I thought it was gonna be one of those days where, Tottenham Hotspur did that same thing and they got punished. So lucky enough, we didn't get punished, from any of those from any of those slippery field. But it is what it is, baby. It is what it is. Second place is just first loser, potentially. You're right. Let's see here. It's just a few days, man. Work is having me out, bro. But I am here for the meltdown. As I said before, it is loading. You know how I do my meltdowns, right? You do know how I do my meltdowns. But like the stream, guys. Like the stream, guys. I see only 5 likes yet. I have about 8 people here. Like the stream and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, man. Let's move. Let's move. Let's move. So let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Keep liking. Keep liking. Man, I know work always takes, man. You gotta do what you do, man. You need to eat, right? Keep it going. Eat, and if you need to eat, you have to do some work, and that's I appreciate it, man. I also do work. I don't really do this for a living yet, but I love doing it. That's why I have some work that I do as well. So it's life, man. Get it done, get it done, get it done, get it done, and then before you know it, the year is all gone, and you start a fresh life. It is what it is. As you enjoy football, do your work as well. That's what it is, and make sure you keep it going, keep it going. If we build this community here really big, Yesterday, I got a text from some guy who said he wants to work on my thumbnails and stuff. Like, if you have creative guys here, people who know how to edit videos, send me a text if you know how to do really, really good thumbnails. DM me on Instagram or maybe X. So go on to the arsenalstan at gmail.com and put your send me a link, send me something there, and then we can also work out something for you. I mean, I want to build this really, really good and try to be more professional. As a journalist, I don't really have so much time with the work that I do as well, but I love talking Arsenal, so this is the moment. Winning both would be more than a dream. Yeah, I mean, Bobby, I think you're right. I mean, it would be more than a dream for sure, but I still believe, man, this Champions League is. I've seen worse Champions League teams, win the Champions League. So I'm not saying we are the worst. We have been really, really good in the Champions League games, and we haven't lost any yet. So that keeps us somewhere, man. I know people are like underrating Arsenal, and everybody's not talking about Arsenal winning the Champions League and stuff, which is great. I love to be. I mean, I love to be at that point where nobody is crediting you, nobody's giving you a chance, and everything is just like you're under the radar. Things like that keeps you a little bit, you know, hiding, and nobody before the people know it, you're winning the Champions League. So let's keep it that quiet, man. Let's keep it quiet and calm down. Let everybody talk about Bayern and PSG, and then we will be the underdog at some point winning the Champions League. Okay? Quiet, quiet, please. Quiet. Let's just be calm. Basically. Anyway, I mean, I don't necessarily hate Arsenal fans. It's just certain personalities in the Arsenal fan base kind of put you guys at a bad name. I mean, for sure. I mean, there's some outrageous, how do you call it? People who are just so much into hating, Mikel Arteta, hating the game of football. I mean, as long as you hate the manager or hate the team, you're still an Arsenal fan. You have to back this team. Keep it going. I don't see any reason why you should actually hate your fellow creator, or even hate your team, or the players that you have. There's no need to do that, Alex. In my opinion, but you're right. Some people are just outrageous. They don't really take care of what they say, and they don't really mind. And yeah, you're right. But it is what it is, man. But if you guys keep playing like this in the Champions League, I feel like you guys won't be able to undo any of the teams on the other side with these tactics. I mean, we have done it against them. We have done that tactics against Bayern Munich. We PSG actually literally last season, I think it was just down to how we didn't take our chances. We had chances to score. Saka had one in the semifinals. Yeah, what is his name? It- Kai Havertz, I think, had a chance. So we had really good two chances. If we had scored, I think it was Moreno, not actually Havertz. We had chances against PSG when we played last season. So it's not totally that. And PSG that people say has been super good and the attack has been good. We played against them last season. They only scored 2 goals against us. So it's not like our tactic. Our tactic is just different. The only thing people have to accept is the way Arsenal play will never be the same way PSG and Bayern Munich will play. Arsenal has their own style and system and everything. These people are drilled to go and control the game, defend well, and keep it tight. But while PSG and Bayern, they have the freedom and the style. They just want to attack and attack and attack, and you cannot keep playing like that. And when we go against them, we are not going to give them the chance to do whatever they have been doing between the two, as we saw, in the game against at Paris, because those are teams that likes to attack, and the defending was shambolic to me. Like, leave alone the attack. The attack was great, but the defending, man, I can't believe you can just allow 5 goals to go through you, 4 goals to go through you like that. That's not great football. In football, you have to also balance between your attack and defense. Like, it was entertaining, it was fun. We could see like lots of goals, which was amazing. 9 goals in a game is tremendous. But that's not the only style or the only way of football. That's the only way. That's not the only way to play football. There are different ways to play football, in my opinion. And Mikel has chosen this season to play defensive football and go on transition or maybe attack and try. That is Mikel Arteta's style of football at the moment. When you look back in 2023, 2024, where we were attacking almost like the way PSG and Bayern are playing at the moment, we played great football. It was tick tock, everything like that, and we didn't win anything. Now is the crunch time for us to make it over the line. And I'm not saying with the style of football that we play, we may not get beat by PSG or Bayern if we go through, but at least we will give them a challenge because we're not going to be running anyhow like the way PSG and other players run. We will be intact in our system, play a role, side to side wherever it is, back to back, keep everything tight, and they will also have problems scoring goals against us because our defense is solid. We are a very solid team defensively, and also if we keep everything tight and not give them to run, don't allow them even to take any chances of out of 18 boxes and keep it tight, keep them away a little bit from our boxes. I think we still have a chance, man. If we made it there, when we go through, we still have to beat Atletico. I mean, Atletico, just to make it through, man. You make me even lose my words. Crazy. Your fan base was looking down on the United for being 17th last year and didn't they and come in and you one of your only home losses this season, I believe. Um, that's I mean I understand you that. Great, and you guys should have a rated Chelsea. What do you mean? You guys should have a rated Chelsea. Rated Chelsea on what, man? Arsenal, please win one trophy this season. All these haters will be under, you know. Man, big up to you. I understand that, man. Don't worry, Bobby. Don't worry. Give them a chance, man. Give them a chance. Do you think going to win the World Cup? I mean, who do you think uh, is going to win the World Cup? World Cup, I think France. Unless something happens, I think France, Spain, Germany. Which other team? Probably we will have a surprise attack of Sweden. Um, and then which other team? Probably Argentina is still there. Brazil? No, I don't think Brazil will make it with the players that they have. But I think I'm giving it either France or I don't think even England would actually do great, in my opinion. England is just overhyped many times and they don't really do anything. They could make it to the quarterfinals or something like that, but I don't think they will win. They would win this World Cup. I'm giving it to France, looking at how all their players are really doing so well. They have massive attack. Their defenders are great, you know. And yeah, I think France, or maybe if France doesn't do it, I would give it to Argentina or maybe potentially Spain. Those are my top three, and then probably Ronaldo and his team. They have played well. They've been down there doing great, and I think probably they may give a chance as well. But I think it's France, Spain, and Argentina for me at the moment. Let me know what you think of it. I will be here, my friend. Win, loss, or draw. Great. I appreciate it, man. Every time I appreciate it. You should you sound like you are trying to convince yourself, my friend. I mean, what do you mean? You talking to me or you talking to Bobby? Hey, bro, you are starting to sound like TY from AFTV. Oh, it was raining. The pitch was wet. Uh, that's why we didn't play. Stop that excuse, though. The thing Simeone shouts all the time from the sideline, always jumping and always, outside of the touch line, so coach's box. But one complaint about it, uh, I mean, but no one complains about it. But when Arteta does it, people cry about it so much. I mean, it is a game. I mean, like I said, we were here. I think I don't remember the stream, but it was like a moment where everybody was like, Arsenal team has been overly criticized in a lot of years. Like we are one of the teams where like every single moment we are just overly criticized. Even the smallest bit of, oh, Arsenal corners, oh, set piece, oh, after set piece, oh, they are not playing great. That hurts. On the next one, oh, you can't win Premier League with this kind of football. Oh, you can, Mikel Arteta has to reduce his pressure and momentum and stuff. He's overdoing it. Like every single moment, clubs love to criticize Arsenal, man. I think the only thing we can do is to just win things, man. If we start winning things, I think people are just scared. Like I actually said one time, I don't know if it's on here yet, but like I said, people are just scared of Arsenal winning things because when we begin to win things, man, for years we will dominate Europe. We will dominate Premier League, and people are scared of that because this team that Mikel is building, if we are going for Alvarez and we get Alvarez to Arsenal and we have Alvarez, Gyökeres after Gabriel Jesus leave, man, we will be firing. Our attack will be so much better if we get another left wing, probably, what is his name? Vitinha, if we can get him, if we can get Valiscalia, or we could even go in for, Hildis. If we get any of those players in the wing and get another, we have been doing this. uh, We have been really, really good. Our team has been so good in playing this game of football. We have been really, in for it, and I believe we are able to, do all sort of these things. Sorry, guys. I mean, my stream you just jumped on me now. All the comments are gone. I'm really, really sorry. There was three comments that I had not read, but guys, forgive me. I don't know why StreamYard just, blank on me on for no reason. Sometimes he does that, so I had to refresh a little bit. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. Sorry, guys. But it is a all right, good night, man. Good night, man. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it so much. I'm actually about to end as well. We have about 3 minutes to end the stream as well. But thanks for coming, Robbie. Let me know, man. Let me know if you want to join the stream another day, probably tomorrow or in the weekend. Just give me a holler, or let me know. Or you can text me on X. I have the Arsenal stand there. Also, Instagram, you can DM me also. It's the Arsenal stand. You can find me there. So we can do a collab if you're ready. Just let me know. Just let me know. All is good. All is good, man. All is good. Sorry. Nobody's scared of Arsenal. We all know where you guys are going to end up in the table. I mean, thank you, man. Thank you for reminding us. But at the end of the season, I want to see you having the same voice, Alex. I want you to have the same voice wherever happens. If we win the league, come back here and let me know. Tell me, yes, laughter. I think I have not really been very honest, to myself and to you guys because I thought you were going to bottle it, but big big up to you guys for fighting so hard and winning the league. And also probably potentially if we won the Champions League, man, I would need apology from you, man. Alex, I will look for you even if you can't come on the stream. I will text you, man, because I want I want you to be there to see our victory and us winning the league, which I would appreciate. But anyway, it's just banter, it is what it is. We will see what happens at the end of it all. Anyway, it's been good, guys. It's been good. And Fulham coming up, man. Let's see what Fulham will do for us in the game. We will build up Fulham tomorrow after Mikel Arteta does his press conference, and we shall see who is available or not. And we will get from there. We will do a little bit of starting 11 and everything. Predicted 11. Everything like that. All sort of those good things we will discuss about Fulham. Fulham will be probably tomorrow discussion after we get the press conference. It will be good. It will be good to discuss that and see what we can actually, do in the game because it's great. It's great. It's great to see Arsenal back, and we need those. You need those 3 points. If we can get the 3 points, big up. It will be 6 point down the road, and we hand it over to Manchester City, and we shall see what they can do to fight. Go to Everton, do their job. Go to Bournemouth, do their job. I still believe one of these team will actually drop points somewhere, whether it's a draw or a loss. We will be there to witness it. But the first thing is to take that 6 points up and get it back to to winning ways and stay up there on the table and live and see what Manchester City will do. If we can get 2 3 points, 2 3 goals, that would be massive in my opinion. But I would take a 1-0, a 1-0 win in my opinion. At the Emirates, we should be able to score and also keep an eye on the Champions League as well. So it will be a game of balance to see what exactly we can do otherwise. But it's all good. Let's see here. Bobby is saying, "Shut up, Alex." Once Arsenal win the trophy, I will come in your dreams and I will be dancing all night. Bobby, that's hilarious. We will see, man. He will be here. Like I said, he will be here. He will be here. He always comes around. So what goes around comes around. Nobody's scared of us. No, we we all know where you guys are going to end up. I mean, I already read that. I guess. I think I already read that as well. Sorry. I mean, I'm not saying that you guys can. The possibility of you guys doing it are very low. I mean, every possibility is there in life. Like it's possible that you're gonna win things. It's also not possible. So probability is always there, but we go on the optimistic part of it. So let's see what will happen, and it will be great. It will be great, guys. It will be great, great, great to see things happen, in my view. But anyway, guys, now you can sound like a good boy. Big up to you guys. You guys are absolute legend, and I appreciate you coming in. And yeah, guys, it's been great. It's been wonderful, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow if there's nothing else to do. But hopefully, yeah, tomorrow we'll do the real complete, delve into, the Fulham game and probably look at how we can win it. Tactically, and probably see who can start the game, and that would give us opportunity really to make sense to other people as well. And probably it will be a 6 point gap at the end of the weekend, and we'll be happy about it. But thanks for joining, and thanks for being there. Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Bobby, and thanks, Errol. Thanks for everybody who has joined, and thanks for always being on here. I appreciate it so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel and be part of the community. I enjoy this, man. I enjoy you guys battling and talking and having fun. It's always amazing to see you guys on here. But let's see tomorrow. Let's meet tomorrow and have a blast. Let's say good day and good night to everyone. One love. I will see you all tomorrow. But thanks for joining. One love.